So most probably today or in next lecture we have to finish this unit, first unit. And I think first practical is almost completed. Only one demonstration I have to give, yes, related to the first assignment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that also in today's practical, we'll finish up the first assignment and we'll start with the second. So I think we are just lagging 1 or 2 lectures. Because of your induction, we lost 2 lectures. And 1 lecture I think we missed because of something. Okay, I think there is holiday. Okay, so 3 lectures.
Sir, meeting.
Okay, so that we have to cover. So probably we'll take some few extra lectures today or tomorrow after your half is there. So we'll wind up the first unit with our 3 lectures which are missed. So that will cover up. Okay. So I'll just share my screen. Already you have gone through these 2 techniques, that is linear probing and chaining of this particular hash function. So we'll just wind up that particular 2 things. Okay, so I just cover up the points that we were discussed in last lecture. Okay, so we were here on the key term. Is screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basic key terminology we just gone through. I will share you this PPT once we covered up this topic. Okay, so key terminology we have gone through. Okay. Then we have seen what do you mean by good hashing function. So it should have the less number of collisions, okay, and it should occupy as many records which are needed. Okay, so that is, we can say, good hash function. Again, whatever the elements or keys we have, that should be uniformly and randomly distributed. Okay, so that should be maintained over there. So again, we have gone through number of methods which are there. We have what we'll say taken this topic in detail. Okay, so which are the different methods that are we can use as a hash function. Again, it is not restricted. You can have your own also. If you found for some problem statement, you have you can think like for storing those keys in hash table. Okay, we can devise such a formula. So that will have a less collision, and again the record that can be stored in a distributed way. So that we can call it as a hash methods. Okay, so hash function methods you can say. So we have seen first division method. So most probably that we can use. So that is a division method. So this M will be the number of buckets we have, and Q have we have seen a multiplication method. Okay, so this also we can follow. Okay. Again, we have extraction method. We are extracting some digits randomly, suppose first, third, and fifth. Okay, so that we have what we'll say extracted, and we are going to hash these particular things. So these are the addresses we have. Again, we are going to square the mid number. Okay, so that will have like this. Okay, so it is called the mid square hashing. Okay, so that we can prefer. Again, folding techniques we have seen. Okay, so like here it is 987. So we are making like this. We are adding the things. Okay, so that is called the fold shift. And fold boundary, we are just making that portion of that particular thing in a reverse order. Okay, and we are again adding this. Okay, again we'll have a rotation. We are just rotating the number. So if you remember, we have taken an example where a rotation will be useful. Okay, suppose the things we are going to store, that is in sequential order. Okay, so then we are going to rotate the number, so that will give us the answer in a distributed fashion. Okay, so that rotation we have. And finally, universal hashing we have. So no single method is best fit for any particular problem statement. So we are randomly going through hashing the things. Okay, and we are going to select which is the best fit for that particular hashing. Okay, so these are the number of hashing techniques. You may say 8 different hashing methods we have used. We have seen. Okay. So the next thing we have gone through hash function. So that we have why this hash function like this. Okay, so we have gone through this. Okay, so we already used the hash function and all. Okay, so these methods already we have. Okay, so these are some short algorithms we'll have like this for the key. Okay, so we can write these type of algorithms also. Okay, so we'll have this particular for this mod operation. Okay, division you can say. Okay, so this is there. Again, this is related to something you can call it as a string. Okay, so in string you can have something like this plus 27, and you can multiply with thing, and you can divide by table size. Okay, so that will give us some number. Okay, and you are going to hash the things. Okay, and these are the some examples we have. So already we know that if we have a number or string initially, that we are going to work with some hash function. Okay, and that is going to convert it to some specific address. Okay, so in this case the table size is like 10,000. Okay, so some large what we'll say instance, we can say like storing a data in table, what we'll say dictionary data to be stored in hash table. So in that cases we'll need something bigger size like this. Okay, so again just a question. Okay, what is the main benefit of using hash table? Main and very precisely you can say this is the benefit of using hash table.
Time complexity.
What time complexity? Okay, again in more precise way. What time complexity of what?
Sir, search engine time complexity constant
Yes.
in that.
Yes. So what for what purpose we are using the hash function? So we have to reach a time complexity like O of 1. Okay, so to search an element or to insert an element in a table. Okay, so with already you know that array will need some extra time complexity for insertion, deletion, and searching. Okay, sorting will not be that much that will be preferred for hashing. Okay, so because hash will place the elements in random locations. Okay, but after random location, if you sort, you will get some considerable good amount of sorting complexity also. But the main thing that we are using hash function, so to get what we'll say O of 1 order of insertion and O of 1 order of searching the element in the particular table. Okay, so in that way you just see, because these all things we are doing in normal arrays also, but this hash function is very very important as consideration of this point. Okay, so now there are few collision resolution strategies. Okay, so that already we have seen. I think this need not to again what we'll say cover, because already we have seen what is collision, how the hash thing is inserted. So I think is it you are remembering that also, that we did in before Diwali. What is hashing? What is collision? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one only I just revise. If I have a 3 number, I have a 13 number. So my hash function will be key divided by 10. Okay. So 10 is suppose my bucket size. Key mod I can say key mod 10 I will make. Okay, so just consider that divided by mod. Okay, so I will consider this divide as a mod, we can say. Okay, so okay, so 3 will be placed at this location. Suppose this is my third location. Okay, and same thing 13 will be also going to place over here, so that will create a collision. Okay, so there are multiple things we can do. We can directly discard this 13. That is one way. We are saying that it will not be placeable in the table. Okay, but we will found some alternative. So if the collision occurs, okay, so if once the collision occurs, okay, so then you have to find some alternate location below to the table or above to the table. Okay, so where we can directly place that element in proper place. Okay, so that is called the collision. Okay, and what is collision resolution? Once we have a collision, so we have to resolve that. Okay, so to resolve that, we have seen that, so there is one thing which is called as a separate chaining. Okay, and another thing, that is the open addressing. Okay, so in open addressing we have 3 methods. One is linear probing, we have a quadratic probing, and we have a double hashing. Okay, so these 3 techniques we have to go through to resolve this collision. Okay, so got the term, what do you mean by collision resolution? So that is a strategy by which we are going to resolve the collision. So how we can overcome that particular collision point of view, so that we have to go through. Okay, any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, sorry. So this is about what we have looked for. Okay. So now the next thing we'll just initially today in this lecture we'll just finish up this open addressing that you already know. Okay, and we'll do a small program of that also. Already we have done with linear probing. Quadratic I will just add over there. Okay. So now open addressing. So already we have seen. So I just take one example to just revise. But till if you have any doubt or anything you want to suggest, you can interrupt me in between and you can suggest me. Okay, so this is my hash table, I can say. Okay, so, and I'm just taking buckets. Okay, so don't consider bucket size is always 10. Okay, so to just for a common reference for the lecture, I'm taking it 10. Okay, we can take any other bucket size also. It may be a 5, it may be a 6, any bucket size we can take. Okay, no issue. Okay. But for just to make it as a common for the lectures, I am taking it as 10. Okay, and again that is also very simple to explain. Okay, so to work with that. Okay, so now again we'll have some numbers 4, 5, 6, 8, 15. Suppose 15 is there, 9 is there, 87 is there, and 48 is there. Okay, so these are some numbers I will have. Okay, so what will happen? So 4 is going to place with our normal thing, that is key mod 10. Okay, so it is going to place in this place. So 4 will be going to place into the 4th place because we are making mod 10. I just quickly write 5 will be placed at the 5th position. Okay, then 6 will be placed at 6, 8 will be placed at 8th position. Okay, so now there is no place to keep this 15, so that will be now collision. Okay, so collision happens on this place. Okay, so there is one collision we found at this place. Okay, so there is no place to place this particular thing. 87 will be placed over here. And again 48, again we have a collision. Okay, so 48 we have a collision, so we are not able to place over at the position of 8. Okay, so now this is called the collision. So to resolve this, okay, so we have seen, so chaining means what? We are linking the things next. Okay, so collision resolution with this open addressing we have. Okay, so initially we'll just go with the open addressing first, then we'll compare this. Okay, so basically open addressing, okay, in technical term if we say, okay, so if there are cells like h0 of x to h2 of x, okay, so in tried succession where this hi of x is equal to hash x plus f of I mod table size. Okay, so I will explain this formula. I have already explained this f of I in practical session. Okay, so then it is called the collision resolution strategy. So what it means actually, okay, if we look at this particular diagram, so this is my f of I. Okay, this is my f of I can say. This is my formula f of I. So this you can say as a main formula. Okay, so that will be f of I is equal to key mod 10. Okay, so that is my formula that I have to work with. Okay, so but what happened with this formula? So this I can say instead of f of I, we can say this is hash function. Okay, so hash function we can just say. So my hash function is key mod 10. Okay, so that is my hash function. So with this hash function we got the collision. Okay, so at the position 5, okay, so 2 plus 15 we got the collision. Okay, so we have to resolve it. Hello. Yes, value or key we can say, no issue. Both will be same or different.
Sir, different right now, sir.
No, what? Okay, just you just tell me what in your mind for value and key. What is the difference? What you will call this 4 as value or key?
Value.
Value.
And key,
value over here.
yes, and key,
Sir, key
what is
to-
what?
Storing index.
Storing index.
Okay. Again, there is short. What we'll say. Not. I won't call it as a misconception or anything else. So there will be some terminology we can say. This we are calling as a key actually. Okay, and this we are calling as the index. Okay, so we can place value over here. That's the good thing we can do. We can make it as key also. Okay, so key will be this will be value or key by my terminology. Okay, but have you found any reference? So this is called as a key.
Sir, it will be value, sir. 4, 5, 6.
यस सर, वो ऑनलाइन आर्टिकल्स में ऐसे ही होता है सर कि जो वैल्यू है और जो इंडेक्स उन्हें अलॉकेट होता है उसको क्यू बोलते हैं सर. hash
sir.
table.
Okay, we'll see and we'll clear that particular thing, but no. So for that time being, we'll just keep it as a value. Okay, so okay. So now value will have, so hash function will have, this already we have seen. So if I've come across some collision over here, like 15, okay, I have to some resolve. So there will be one function, okay, like HF plus I can say f of I. Okay, so there will be one function. Okay, so like this. Okay, so if okay, it gives us, I'll just write, if it gives us, okay, location without collision, then we'll call it as, okay, so we'll call it as a collision resolution strategy. Getting? Okay,
Yes,
so this is called as a collision. Now what is this f of I? So that depends. Okay, so what is this f of I? So we can say like this, in initial or linear, we can say f of I will be in f of I, so where I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, so we'll have like this. Okay, so for this particular thing it will work. Okay, we'll just going to replace like this, if h of f plus I am going to replace 1. Okay, if it works, it's okay. If it won't work, I will make h of f plus 2. If it won't work, I will make f of h plus, so this plus 3. Okay, so like that will work on. Okay, hello. So, okay, so now we'll have an open addressing. So we are here at this place for explanation. Okay, so now this h of f plus 1. Okay, so what happens we'll see in this case. Okay, so we'll have 5. Okay, so what h of f will give me? Okay, so what h of f I have, that is value mod 10. Okay, so I have, instead of h of f, I will write 15 mod 10. Okay, so it will give me 5 as a return. So I will just put 5 over here. So initially, so 5 will be written from my, what we'll say, this hash function. So it will be 5 plus 1. So we'll see what place it will give, index will be given as 6. Okay, so 6 is occupied, so again a collision. Okay, so again we'll make 5 plus 2. So again we'll increment this, so it will give us 7. So again we'll make 5 plus 3. So it will give me 8. Okay, again that is occupied. Okay, so again it will give me 5 plus 4, so that will be 9 in this case, but I think this 87 is inserted afterward. Okay, it's already inserted, so I think we'll place this element at the 7th position. Yes, 9 is going to place over here. Okay, so this place is empty now, so 7th place is empty, so plus 2 it will give us the element at this position. So this place is empty now, so we are able to place the element at this position. Okay, so this element we can say it can be placed at this position. So this 15 will be placed at this position. Okay, so by this way we are going to resolve the collision. Okay, so we got the collision at the 5th place, but we have resolved the collision by just placing that element in the next subsequent location. Okay, so so this is called as the collision resolution strategy, and this is called as the linear probing. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I think we have this is already we have implemented, so I just quickly taken, so we'll move forward. Okay, so there are 3 common techniques for collision resolution in open addressing. One is linear, quadratic, and double hashing, we can say. Okay. So in linear probing, collision resolved by sequential scanning an array. So we are just finding the next free cell. You can say just finding the next free cell. Okay. So like this insertion, already we have seen f of I is equal to I. In this case, what is f of I? So in this case, this is I only. Okay. So that we just remember. So these we can write in our formula. Okay. So this is linear probing hash table after the insertion. Okay, so 89, this is placed at the 9 position. This is the initial thing. Okay, 18 will be placed at 8 position. Again, 49 will got. Okay, so 49 will be now collision at this position because 89 is already present. Okay, so what will happen to 49 then? Okay, so it will be like this. We'll have 49 mod 10. So it will give us 9. I will directly write 9. Okay, so it won't work. Okay, so I will have f of I, so I will make plus 1. Okay, so plus I, it will be 1. So what it will give us? It will give us which value? 10. Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
but
sir.
it is not present in this array. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
but
sir.
what we are making it mod 10. And again, so that will be made as mod 10. Okay, so it will make 0. Okay, just make mod 10. So it will be directly making at 0. Okay, so it is going to place. So it is just a circular division, you can say. Once it is divided by 10, whatever the number it has, it will be circularly, it will be moved to the first position. So that is 49 will be over here. Getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Again, 8 is there, so there is collision over here. So again, it will be circularly, it will go to the second position. So 58 will be stored over here. Okay. And again, 9 will have, so 9 will be stored over here. So this will be the way how it is working. So I think it's clear about linear probing. Can we move ahead?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So next, we'll have the find algorithm at the same sequence as insertion of the algorithm. So finding 58, okay, also involve 4 probes. Okay, so again, finding is the same thing. Okay, so I have to find 58. So I have to make 58 mod 10. Okay, so it will go to 8th position. So it is not found. So again, it will go to the 9th position, not found. It will go to the 0th position and it will go to the first position. So total things we need, so it will be 4. Okay, so you may roughly say that we have one complexity for that particular number as of 4. Okay, but that's not considered, means not a huge number. Okay, so like this. Okay, so insertion also need a same time, we can say. Okay, again, searching also need a same time. Will deletion will need same time? Yes. Will deletion will need same time to this table?
No, sir.
Okay, why no? And what to be done then? Yes. Why? Deletion will be same or it will require some extra efforts. Suppose I have to delete one number, I can say I have to delete this 49. Okay, so this I have to delete. So how we can delete this? So just tell me the strategy how we can delete this. Yes.
सर पोझिशन चेक करून डायरेक्ट -1 असाइन करून द्यायचं.
Yes.
Yes. So we have to check the position. So I will just write up over here. So again, same thing will work with. Okay, so
Sir, O1च राहील ना टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी डिलिशनची.
yes, yes, yes. Same complexity will have. We can take 1/4. Okay, so now what will happen? Okay, with reference to this particular image. Okay, so this is my table. Okay, so in that table we have to delete a number which is, I can say, 49. Okay, so I just place 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is 0th index, 0, 1, 2, and just say this is the 9th index. Okay, rest of the thing will be considered. Okay, and this is the 8th index, I will say. Okay, So my 8 index, I will have 18 as a number over here. Okay, 18 number is over here. Okay, then 89 is over here. Now we'll try to solve this with the actual formula. Okay, so how deletion, find and all will work. Okay, 89 will be over here. This 49 is over here. Okay, 58 will be over here. Okay, so now rest of the thing will keep it as it is. Suppose 9 is over here and so on. Okay, so now my task is I have to delete a number. Okay, so this 49 I have to delete. Okay, so now we'll go with the actual formula. Okay, so what formula we'll have? Okay, so I'll just rewrite the formula again. So it will be like this. So I will have like this LP, we'll see LP is equal to hash function plus it will be f of I. Okay, so again I can, so that will have initially I can say. Okay, again can we make this like this? Again this should be mod 10. Mod, we can say 10 or M. Yes. If some is it required? Hash function I will just write it will be value mod 10. Okay, so in this case. Okay. So we'll just see. Okay, so what will happen to, I will have suppose value has to be deleted. I can say it is a 49. So just see how it is. It will work now. So I will have first initial hash function I will calculate. So hash function is equal to value 49 mod 10. Okay, so it will give me 9. Okay, so what it will do now? It will just check for this 49. Okay, number 49. We are going to check this position. So this position is already filled. Okay, so now this will not going to work. Okay, so we are going to work with this strategy. Okay, so this particular thing. So now how we have to work with? Okay, so now the same thing I'll just write again. Okay, so now hash function will give us, so my formula will be linear probing is equal to, I can say hash function plus function of I, f of I, we can say mod 10. And what is f of I in this case? What is f of I?
Sir, f of 9 na?
F of I is equal to I. Yes, getting?
Yes,
I will be, I is equal to 1, 2, 3, dot n, you can say. Okay, so that will be now f of I is equal to this, and this particular thing will have. Okay, so now the next part I can say. Okay, so hash function we got 9. Okay, so again 9 will keep it as fixed. Okay, so LP I just write. So there will be no change over here. So in the main thing hash function will keep it as it is. Okay, plus now I will make f of I. It is initially I will be 1. Okay, so I will be kept as 1. So it will give me 9 plus 1. Okay, so that will give me as 10. Okay, but what is my formula? So that is again mod 10. Okay, so this will give me as the 0th location. Okay, so now we'll just check whether that element is present at 0th location. So we are checking this location. Okay, so with this we are getting that this element is present in this location. Okay, and we have to delete it. Okay, so deletion will be of a number of ways, I think we have seen. Okay, so as per the element we are deleting in the array, so what we are making, we are just deleting the elements and we are shifting the elements above. Okay, so this is the strategy which we are going to use, but this won't work because okay, so that will not. Hello.
Sir, there was a
Sir, lag.
लॅग होते का? बराच वेळ झाला डिस्कनेक्ट होऊन. आताच झालं का?
नाही
2 मिनिटं.
2 मिनिटं आधी.
ठीक आहे, काय सांगत होतो मी पण? हे झालं का सांगून?
सर ते शिफ्ट होत होतं मग
Yes. So deletion, I think. So what will happen in deletion? Okay, so in normal deletion, what we are making, we are just shifting it upward. Okay, so it require again a lot of time. But if we apply that particular deletion for this hash function, so it will change a lot, okay, because all position are going to change. So 8 will be now moved to the position 7, so that we have to manage, okay. So this won't work with this particular thing. So what we'll do, we'll work with some lazy delete. So what I will do, instead of removing this 49 and again reshifting all the elements, I will just replace that 49 with some number like minus 99. So I know that this number won't come in my value list, okay. So if I replace this with minus 99, so it is just now I will check, okay, if that position is filled with some unreferenced number, okay. So we'll just keep that position, okay. So that will be deleted, okay. If no new element is going to be placed over there, okay, so that we can say that can be occupied, because if the place is deleted, okay, so that should be occupied with the other number. But we are not going to try to shift the elements above, okay. So this will be kept with some number, you can place it 0, okay, and we'll just check if any position is empty and we encountered with 0, or we can make all the position initially 0. We'll insert the number. If you have to delete that number, we'll just make it 0, okay. So there are a number of things we can do to unreference the locations, okay. So that will make, so we'll just make a lazy deletion, means what, marking the item as deleted, okay. So we can work like the standard deletion is the same thing, physically removing the element that cannot be performed, okay. So that will create something which is not good, okay. So lazy deletion means what, we are just marking that with some reference number. You can make it 0, you can mark with some another number, okay. So that will help us, okay. So getting how to work with this lazy delete? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so that we have. Then again, clustering problem we have. So again, the same thing we have seen. What is the clustering problem? So in this case, okay, so with this number, okay, suppose I will just check, okay, so what will have, I have another number like 59 again, okay. So what will happen? So 9 is again filled, okay, so 59 will place over here, okay. So 9 is already there, okay, so 59 will place over here, okay. Again, I will have 7 as a number, okay. So suppose I will have 3 as a number, okay. So now 3 is already there is no number with 3, but this is already occupied, so it will going to place into the next consecutive location, okay. So this will call it as some cluster of numbers is going to happen in the same line, okay. So this will be caused, okay. So as long as the table is big enough, free cells can always be found, okay, but the time to do so get a quite large, okay. So what we are making, suppose you just consider this table as what we'll say a number of 100 elements will have in this table, okay. Bucket size I can say 100, okay. To the 100 bucket size, suppose my numbers are only in the initial way in the range of 1 to 5, suppose. So what will happen, all the initial places are going to be filled in the same manner, okay. So suppose I have 20 numbers, so that will come across 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, okay. So suppose the 20 numbers, so they will occupy the same 20 places, okay. So like 1 to 20, okay. So one number 0 will be over here and it will be placed up to 20, okay. So we can say 19 in this case. So 20 number will be occupied only over here, okay, but the number are suppose 1 to 5 only, okay. So 1, 5, so which are having hashing as 11, 21 like this. So this is now, suppose there is one number comes with suppose 7, okay. So that will not be placed at its actual position 7, it will place somewhere after 20, okay. So 7 will be placed over here, okay. So this type of clustering means what, we are filling the elements, okay, in a sequential order. Getting what is the clustering we are getting in this example? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, writing.
Suppose I will write the numbers, okay. So 1 is over here, so that is placed. Suppose 10 is over here, so that is placed over here, okay. So I will get 1 will be placed over here. I will got this, suppose next is 22 will be placed over here. So 2 will be placed over here. So now again one number that is come as 11. So collision will happen at this place. So 11 will be placed into the next consecutive empty location. So that is 11 will be placed over here. Again there is number 23. So 3 is already free actually. So there is no number 3 over here, but this is free. So 23 will be again placed to the next consecutive location, okay. Again I will get come across one another number, so we can say 21. So again 21 will be placed over here, okay. So that is called as what we are making. We are creating a cluster of numbers, okay. So there is a huge cluster in a sequential order which is created, okay. So it's very difficult to find an empty position in this hashing, okay. So because this is whole is empty below, but if the number comes in a sequence of this, so it's very difficult to find the things empty position over here. So what we are making, so instead of placing the elements like this, we are just placing that into the subsequent location. So that will be a great thing that we can do. Okay. So sorry. So we'll have this thing that is quite large time we'll need to place the element. Worse, even if the table is relatively empty like this with this example, okay, if the table is relatively empty below, okay, so blocks of occupied cells start forming. Okay, so that is called, we can call it the primary clustering. What is happening? Okay, so this is called the primary clustering, we can say. Okay, any key that hashed into the cluster will require the several attempts to resolve the collision. Okay, so suppose here, okay, so there is number comes as a 3. Okay, and there is no 3 element which is placed over here. Still, it requires 20 things to be compared. Okay, so it will require 20 or at least 15, 17 steps to reach over here as a 3 number. Okay, so that will come at the 22 position. Okay, so that is the problem we'll have. So any key that hashed into the cluster will require several attempts to resolve the collision. Okay, so basically think the analysis of insertion, we can say, so the average number of cells that are examined in the insertion using the linear probing. So that will be like this formula. Okay, so it is given like 1 plus 1 minus lambda bracket square divided by 2. Okay, but this we'll see if found any reference. Okay, so for the half full table we obtain 2.5 in the average number of cells examined during an insertion. Okay, so if the table is already half full, okay, so suppose 50 position is already filled. Okay, so we want to achieve the what we'll say insertion complexity as O of 1. Okay, but instead of O of 1 we are getting the complexity approximately O of 2.5. so it's quite large. Okay, so it will be 2.5 times the actual complexity which we are needing. Okay, so that is the thing that we have to work on. Okay, so that is primary clustering, the problem in high load factors. For half empty table the effect is not that much disastrous. Okay, again analysis to find, again it will be 2.5 only. Okay, so that will be the same thing will come across. Okay, so average cost of find will be the approx same thing. Okay, that we have. Okay, so analysis of the linear probing, this example already we have seen. Okay, so like this, if I have to place the number in this particular thing, okay, so 20 is placed at the this particular thing. Okay, so if I have a 20 number, so here table is given as 11. Okay, so particular what will say hashed buckets will be given as 11. Okay, so 20 mod 11, so it will be 9, so it will be placed at 9 position. 30 will be placed at 8, like this it will work on. Okay, and if we'll come across the number, what we can say, okay, so total number of probes will be 15 over here. Okay, so that will require to work on this. Okay, and if you have an unsuccessful search, okay, so it will have something work like this. Average flow will be like this. So we assume that the hash function is uniformly distributed keys. Okay, so it will be 0 like this, 1 will be placed like this. Okay, so you are searching something, so will come some higher average number of probes. Okay, so that will not be a considerable. Okay, so that should be less number of things we have. So like this, what is this probe, I will just tell you. Okay, so for insertion of 20 I will require 1 probe. For insertion of 30 I will require 1 probe. 1 probe means only one comparison, we can say. Insertion of 2 will require 1 probe. Insertion of 13, okay, so 13, what will happen? So we'll make 13 mod 11. What will be the answer? 13 mod 11. Wait a minute. Hello. Hello. Okay, sorry. So it will be what we'll say, it will be 2. Okay, so it will be 2 now. Okay, so 2 is already filled. Okay, so we are not able to place any event at this location, so it will require 2 probes. Okay, so when we can say, okay, so when we can say placing the element, checking the first location, so that is not fine, so 2 will be there. Okay, so again for the next element to be placed, like 25, okay, so it will require 2 probes. Similarly 24 I have to place 4 probe. Okay, so like that 15 probes are needed to place these many numbers. Okay, so again for unsuccessful search will require 31 probes. Okay, so to place the elements, getting, so this way we are just what is increasing the number of elements to be placed, getting. Hello.
Sir,
Yes.
Yes.
sir, instead of using this algorithm, can't we just put it in for loop and check whether hash of I is equal to the number which we have to search and return its index? That's it. Instead of again using linear probing, can't we do that?
Okay, not getting. Can you please will you please repeat?
Well, sir, instead of searching, like while searching using linear probing again, can't we just put it in for loop and check whether hash of I is equal to the number that we have to search? And if
Yes,
it
you are
is,
saying a
then
linear
we
set.
can, yes, like that only.
Yes, yes. So what happens actually in that case? Okay, query is good. Suppose I have to search for this 10. Okay, whether the 10 is
Yes, sir.
present in this particular table or not. Okay, so what I have to do? Suppose this is bucket 10 size only. Okay, so I have to start from over here. I have to check this whether 10 these 10. So how many steps or how many comparisons I will need? 11 comparisons.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, but suppose this 10 I will directly make 10. What will say? 10 mod 11. Sorry. We'll take some small example in our case. Okay, so we'll take one example. Suppose I have to check this 13 only. Okay, so this 13 I have to check. So while checking this 13, what will happen? So how many comparisons will need for linear search? This is first comparison, this is second comparison, this is third comparison, and this is fourth comparison. So how many comparisons will need? 4 comparisons, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But with this linear probing, we are directly checking with this second step with hash function. Yes. So one comparison over here, it is not found. Okay. Collision is there. So it will move to the next place. Okay. So +1. So how many comparison will need? 2 comparisons only. Getting, so within 2 comparisons, we'll find the element if it has a collision. But if we now you can say 2 and 4 will be very less, you can say. But suppose there is one number 77 over here. Okay. So with linear search, how many comparisons will need? We'll need 8 comparisons. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go to that place.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But with this hashing, how many comparisons will need to find out the 77? Only 1 comparison.
1.
Yes. So
Yes.
for that purpose, what we want to achieve? We want to achieve some algorithm which will give us a complexity for O of 1 for insertion, search, and deletion. Okay. So that is our task. But optimally, no algorithm or nothing is going to perform that much optimal. Okay, so there will be some what we'll say differentiation in that. Okay, but at least instead of O of 1, if we achieved like O of 5, O of 10, or suppose O of something. Okay, so that will be better one. Okay, but our target is to reach to some good complexity to O of 1. Getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So always remember
Yes.
that we are working in 2 types of problem statement. Okay, that is NP hard and NP complete. Okay, so you may come across when you'll go to the analysis of algorithms. Okay, so NP hard is that so these problems are unsolvable. Okay, so that we are not able to solve in some amount of time. Okay, so that and NP complete so that we can solvable. Okay, but still the what we'll say it's not like that. Okay, actual answer won't get. Okay, we'll get nearby answer. Okay, so but the thing is that the complexity should be minimum in the case. Okay, so that we have to achieve. Okay, so to overcome this, what we are making only one formula change is there. So in quadratic probing, we are just making f of I is equal to instead of I, we are making I square. Only that is the difference. Rest of the thing will be same thing. Okay, so what will happen in an example that we have considered. Okay, so suppose I have to place this 15. Okay, so again I have removed this. So this is my initial place for the 15 where I have placed this 15. Okay, so I just highlight this. Okay, but what happened after 5, 6 is there, so it will place at 7th position. So now I have 15. So what I will do? Okay, so instead of 1, I will make 1 square. Okay, so 1 square will be 1, so it is checking at the 6th position. So 5 plus 1, it will be 6. So this is already a collision. Okay, then we'll make 2 square. So what is 2 square? Because what is my formula? It is f of I is equal to I raised to 2. I just make raised to 2. So that is my formula. Okay. So what happens? 1 raised to 2 will be 1. 1 raised to 2 will be 1. So it is again giving me this 5 plus 1. Okay. So that is already a collision. So like this, we are making 5 plus 1 already collision. Okay. 2 raised to 2, what it will give? 5 plus 4. So that is already a collision. 9 is also collision. Yes, it will not place over here. Okay. Again, it will be 3 raised to 2. What it will give? 5 plus 9. What is 3 is to 2? How much it is?
9.
Okay, so it will be 14. 14 but mod 10. So what it will give? 4. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again it will create a collision at this place. Okay, so like this. Okay, it will happen. Okay, so again we'll make HF plus 4 raised to 2. So it will be now 5 plus 16. Okay, so it will be now 21 mod 10. So we'll get position as 1. Okay, so it will be placed at 1 position. Okay, you may think that sir will got across number of collisions. Okay, but now if you see, so next time if I have to place the number 87, so it will be now directly going to place at this position 87. Getting? So some distribution we have in placing the elements in order. Getting? So this will be placed over here. So what is the benefit of quadratic probing? Getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is about the quadratic probing that we are looking for. Okay. This way, so getting how it is working. So any doubt or anything comparison, you think something different on this? Yes. Is it making the searching and insertion complex or simple as compared to complexity?
Simple. Sir, पण ते प्रॉब्लेम पर पण डिपेंड करतं ना सर.
Yes. If you see the thing, okay, you may think that sir now initially insertion will just get a one collision, which just 15 is placed at this position. So now in this case we have got across 2-3 collisions. Okay, so it will be something you may say some number of comparisons will need more, but don't consider this as a bucket of 10. Just consider this bucket as 1000. Okay, so what will happen if the 5 is not going to place at the first location of 5th? Okay, so we are going to try for 7th location. Okay, so first 5th will be tried. Okay, so 9th will be tried, then 1 will be tried. Okay, so next will be 5 raised to 5, it's 25, so it's 30 will be tried, and so on. Getting? So if you see the distribution of the spaces, so it will be very huge. Okay, so because in between 4 places are kept, okay, in between some 10 plus spaces are kept, so like that. Getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it may be my maths is something calculated. Okay, but this way it will help us while working with the quadratic probing. Okay, so it hash function, it will be evaluated like this. Okay, so it will be 4, 9 and so on. Okay, so it will work like this. Okay, so this is hashing quadratic probing with the same example. So 89 will be placed at this location initially, 18 will be placed at this location, and if you see when 49 comes, okay, so 49 will be placed at this location, but 58 will be placed like this. Okay, so there will be some spaces will got in between. Okay, so that will help us. Suppose there is one number will come as 21, so that will be help the place its proper position. So this will be now going to be searched in O of 1 time. Okay, so that will be that is the benefit of here. So quadratic probing we may not be sure that we will probe all the locations in the table, so that will happen because there is no guarantee to find an empty cell if the table is more than half full. Okay, so that will come across. Okay, if the hash table size is not prime, okay, this problem will be much severe. Okay, so we for this particular thing we'll keep it as prime. Okay, so while squaring the things, okay, we'll find some empty positions. Okay, so by division of that thing. Okay, so but there is a theorem stating that if the table size is prime, okay, and the load factor, what do you mean by load factor? We have seen this term, load factor. Or any guess what do you mean by load factor? Yes. So load factor is how much table is filled. Okay. So suppose there are 100 bucket size is 100 and 30 elements are filled. So load factor will be 0.3. Okay. Like this will have a load factor. Okay. So we can say like this 0.3 we can say. This is the load factor we have. Okay, so and all the probes. So if it is a half filled and the number is prime, okay, so all probes will be different locations and items can always be inserted. Okay, so that we can have like this. Okay, so if the quadratic probing is used, then the table size is prime. Then the new elements can always be inserted in the same thing. Okay, so this can be a proof. Okay, so this you can also prove like this. Okay. So these are some considerations like linear probing is easily implemented. Coupling probing requires multiplication and division operations. However, by the use of following tricks, okay, so we can make like this. Okay, so some 2i of this we can work on this. Some shifting you can work like this also. So that will reduce your what we'll say multiplication complexity. Okay. So this we have. Okay, so quadratic probing has not yet been mathematically analyzed. Okay, so how much exactly it will give us? But although quadratic probing eliminates the primary clustering problem, okay, an element that are hashed to the same location will probe the same alternative cells. Okay, this is called as a secondary clustering. Okay, so the technique that eliminates secondary clustering are available, which is called as the double hashing. Okay, so again there will happen like this. If you have placed the element after quadratic probing, still collision will be there. So that will work with the double hashing. Okay, so that we can have. Okay, so any doubt in this with these two techniques?
Sir, secondary clustering explain kara na ekda.
Okay, so basically what happens after quadratic probing? Okay, so it will eliminate the primary clustering. Okay, primary clustering means what? The elements are located in the same locations. Sorry, in consecutive locations. Okay. But after quadratic probing, what will happen? Elements that hash to the same location will probe the same alternative cells. Okay, so again it will be probed through the same location. So like we have seen in this example. Okay, this 5 is going to probe to this element. Again it is going to probe to 4. Again it is going to probe to this location. So okay, repeatedly it is probing the same alternative cells. Okay, so that will come across as a secondary clustering. Getting?
Yes.
So, okay. So this we can overcome with the double hashing. Okay, so till any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so these we have. Okay, so in this particular second hash double hashing, what we are going to do? Okay, so collision resolution will be work like this. Okay, so we'll make some f of x, f of I will be like this. I into hash 2x. Okay, so that we can make like this. Okay, so some hash function we are devised. Okay, so what will happen? We'll apply the second hash function to x. Okay, and probe at the distance. So it will be 2 into hash x. Okay, and like this. Okay, so what will happen? So again we are calculating the hash function. Okay, so with this particular thing. Okay, suppose it is 5. So it is giving like this. Okay, so we are using this hash function 2 times. Okay, so that will give us something good. Okay, so it should not evaluate to 0, so that we have to keep in mind. Okay, so functions such as hash 2 of x will have with like this. Okay, so we can make something like this r minus x mod r. Okay, with some prime number. Okay, so we are using what we'll say 2 hash functions in this. Okay, so one normal hash function will have. Okay, so and we have something hash function like this. Okay, so here r will be the what we'll say bucket size. It should be a prime. Okay, r is prime number. We can say some number. Okay, that is less than some table size. Okay, so we are making like this. Okay, so suppose if we made like this, r is equal to 7. Okay, so with the previous example, so that r should be less than the actual bucket. Okay, so if you see the previous example with this. So this is our example. what we going to make with this. Okay, so it will be 7 minus x mod 7. Okay, so that will keep with the I. Okay, so that we have to place like this. Okay, so the element will be placed in some relatively more what we'll say a good location than these two methods. Okay, so this is double hashing. We'll see the example of this double hashing in the next session. Okay, but if we see the relative difference between collision resolution strategies. Okay, so if we see that what we'll say average number of probes we have. Okay, and if this particular thing we can say, okay, separate chaining will work like this. Okay, so for this particular like this, if the number is less than probes are very less. Okay, so separate chaining will work like this. Okay, quadratic probing and double hashing will have this curve. Okay, and linear probing will have this curve. Okay, so that is for successful search. Okay, and for unsuccessful search, linear probing again will be higher, but separate chaining will be a good one. Okay, so for all this thing, we'll prefer the chaining strategy. Okay, so in next lecture, what we'll do, so we'll just complete this double hashing. Okay, and this separate chaining. Okay, practically probably we'll finish this separate chaining also, so that will help us. Okay, so in next lecture we'll finish your first unit. If we go to the syllabus of first unit, okay, so hashing we have gone through hash table, different issues, hash function, properties of good hash function. What do we mean good hash function? Division, multiplication. These are the different techniques we have gone through. Okay, and collision resolutions. There are two things: open addressing and chaining. Okay, so open addressing we have finished. Okay, so with the double hashing and chaining, we'll finish this unit in the next lecture. Okay, any doubt or anything that you want to ask or suggest? Yes.
सर ही पीपीटी आज सेंड करता का क्लासरूम?
फर्स्ट पीपीटी मला वाटतं मी सेंड केली ना तुम्हाला?
हो सर, फर्स्ट केली.
पार्ट 1 केली ना, पार्ट 2 ची करतो सेंड मी तुम्हाला आज करतो सेंड पार्ट 2 ची.
हा येस सर.
ठीक आहे. आणि क्विज घ्यायचं होतं तुमचं, पण थोडं आपलं राहिलं मागं म्हणून मी म्हणलं तर एकदा वाइंड अप करू. बट ऑन फर्स्ट युनिट विल टेक अ स्मॉल क्विज. आय हॅव प्रिपेअर्ड दॅट क्विज. विल टेक सो हॅव यू प्रिपेअर्ड फॉर दॅट? केलं का अभ्यास काय? मी मागे सांगितलं होतं.
परवा तेव्हा सर.
ठीक आहे, परवा आपण घेऊ. तिसरं लेक्चर या वीकचं ज्यावेळेस असेल ना त्यावेळेस शॉर्ट क्विज घेऊ. म्हणजे थोडं स्टडी करा. मी पीपीटी तुम्हाला आज पाठवतो. अजून काही बाकी सबमिशन वगैरे तर तुमचं चालू होऊन जाईल रेग्युलर.
सर तुम्ही ते जे मोठे नोट्स पाठवता 150-200 पेजेसचे, तर तसं नसं ते छोटेवाले आहेत का तुमच्याकडे 40-30 पेजेस वाले?
नोट्स कुठे पाठवलेत नाहीत मी.
नाही म्हणजे जे पाठवाल ते पीपीटी वगैरे ते खूप मोठे मोठे असतात ना. आता तुम्ही एक्झामच्या आधी कसे शॉर्ट नोट्स पाठवतात 30-40
म्हणजे साधे नोट्स मिळतील तुम्हाला. नोट्सचं काही इश्यू नाही. आपल्या ह्याच्या नोट्स ना, बुक सारख्या नोट्स ना.
हा सर.
हो ठीक आहे, तेही मिळतील, काही इश्यू नाही. ठीक आहे. आणि हे जे बुक आहे ना तुम्हाला मी सांगितलं ना, हे वर्षा पाटील म्हणून बुक आहे बघा, मी तुम्हाला शेअर केलं. बुक्स पण शेअर केलेत ना मी तुम्हाला?
ड्राईव्हवर टाकलेत का तुम्ही?
हा, ड्राईव्हवर टाकलेत बुक्स. मला वाटतं बघा, एकदा चेक करा, नसेल तर मेसेज करा, मी परत टाकतो. तर त्यातलं वर्षा पाटील त्यांचं जे बुक आहे ना ते खूप छान आहे. म्हणजे इट्स अलाइन टू सिलेबस. ओके, यू कॅन सर्च अँड गो थ्रू. ओके, सो दॅट्स व्हेरी गुड. एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑल इज गुड. आणि दुसरं जे बुक आहे, दुसऱ्या बुकमध्ये तुम्ही हे जे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी आणि हे जे टॉपिक आहेत ना ते दुसऱ्या बुकमध्ये छान दिलेले आहेत. तर मी तुम्हाला पेज नंबर पण सेंड करतो टॉपिकचे. मी तुम्हाला ते रेफर करायला बरं जाईल. ठीक आहे. Okay, I'll just take the attendance. 2 is absent, 3, 4, 5 is absent, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 absent. दिवाळी झाली नाही का सगळ्यांची? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 is absent. 41, 42 is absent. Okay. 43, 44, 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, 60, 250, 51, 52 is absent. 53, 54, 55, 56, 7, 8, 59 absent. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64.